Message from the Senate. Madam Speaker, I hereby announce that the Senate has concurred in and adopted the report of the Conference Committee on Senate File Number 1743, an act relating to education. The message is signed Cal R. Ludeman, Secretary of the Senate. Christensen moves that the report of the Conference Committee on Senate File Number 1743 be adopted and that the bill be repassed as amended by the Conference Committee.
Representative Christensen, to your motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, members. We had a great conference committee on Tuesday night, and I'm glad that we got together and came up with a great bill for Minnesota. The House file, we took on some Senate language that will allow school districts to count any day just this year, any day, instead of the 3 days we had in the House file, due to health and safety concerns, to use those as instructional days. There is a requirement that we took on from the Senate for school districts to report to the Department of Education on the total number of missed days and hours that they counted toward canceled days and counted toward the minimum number of days and hours of instruction. We also took on language that encourages districts to use the flexibility provided by this bill to consider adopting e-learning day plans. From our House bill, we kept the requirement that school districts compensate employees for canceled instructional days counted toward the minimum number of days and hours of instruction. We also included contract employers who we will compensate to pay lost due to school cancellations later counted as an instructional day. From both bills, we have come together to ensure that any canceled instructional days due to health and safety concerns do not count against the minimum number of days of teacher service required by a probationary teacher. I'd like to thank the conferees for everything that we did. This is a great work of bipartisanship here, and I'm proud to say that we have lots of happy stakeholders, and thank you to everyone to make this work. Thanks.
Discussion on the Conference Committee report. The member from Washington, Representative Jurgens.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Representative Christensen, for your work on this. The stakeholders that I've been working with on this issue are happy with the Conference Committee report, and I urge a green vote. Thank you.
Further discussion on adoption of the Conference Committee report. The member from Hennepin, Representative Joachim.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to thank Representative Christensen for her leadership on this. It was a good conference committee. It was held in public. All the negotiations were held in public, and I think it serves as a good model of what we can do together going forward.
The member from Meeker, Representative Erdahl.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It was an honor to serve on this conference committee. It was an unforeseen problem that had arisen regarding the snow days, of course. We solved it. School employees will be paid, and we have the flexibility for schools who miss days to reach 165. The flexibility is important. Some might even call it permissive.
The member from Wabasha, Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wonder if the author would yield.
She will yield. Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you. I'm trying to remember who the author is. Representative Christensen, thank you. Representative Christensen, I read that the chief executive in his proposal for this several months ago said that schools should not be punished because of snow days. I'm trying to really catch up with that idea. Is it a punishment to have schools educate kids for the full amount of time that the taxpayers pay for? Is that a punishment to have more school, or is it not? If you can help with that, I appreciate it.
Representative Christensen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Representative. I think the most important thing that we need to do for our kids in school is to keep them safe. And when school is canceled for safety reasons, we're going to have to give some leeway to school districts. Thank you.
Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Will the author continue to yield?
She will yield. Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Christensen, I don't really quite get the safety part, but Representative Christensen, if the days are made up by the school, when would they be made up?
Representative Christensen.
Madam Speaker, Representative, we've given some leeway and permissiveness to the school districts to make that decision. Thank you.
Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Would she continue to yield?
She will yield. Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Christensen, absent this bill, if during a normal school year, absent a bill like the one we have in front of us, what does state law say about when a school district should make up snow days?
Representative Christensen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative, I don't have the answer to that question.
Representative Drazkowski.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I find that rather surprising. I thought the author used to be a teacher, and I thought that teachers knew when school days were made up. I have not been a public school teacher, and I understand that school days are made up, or snow days are made up at the end of the school year, at the end of May or June, when ostensibly there is not a snow safety concern, Representative Christensen. And so the argument that this bill is coming forward to make kids safe is empty and it's inaccurate. Representative Christensen, Madam Speaker, members, this bill basically tells the teachers union that their members can have the days off from the school days or from the snow days and don't have to go to work for them, but get paid the money by the taxpayers anyway. In the meantime, the kids of Minnesota are getting ripped off because we're not delivering to them what we promised them in the budget from the last 2 years. The kids are getting ripped off, and the understanding of the taxpayers that they entered into when they worked to fulfill through this legislature and through the governor the understanding and the direction of our Constitution that we educate the kids of Minnesota with the public dollars has been broken. We are breaking that pledge with this bill, and then I find it appalling, the discussion among some of the main political leaders of this state suggests that it's a punishment for our schools to do the job we gave them and that the people of Minnesota in our Constitution demand. Members, this bill is misguided. This bill is not delivering the promise to Minnesota's kids. We are shortchanging them on the education that they're supposed to be given through our school districts in this state. Madam Speaker, members, I urge a no vote on this bill. Let's fulfill our promise to the kids of Minnesota. Let's fulfill our promise to the taxpayers of Minnesota. Let's fulfill our execution of the responsibilities that we have according to the Constitution of this state. And let's do it now. Let's vote no. And let's let the schools do their job. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any further discussion on the adoption of the conference committee report? There being no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion to adopt the conference committee report, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. The clerk will give the bill its third reading as amended by conference.
Third reading, Senate File Number 1743, as amended by conference.
Third reading as amended by conference. Discussion to the bill. Seeing no further discussion, the clerk will take the roll. The clerk will close the roll. There being 115 ayes and 12 nays, the bill is repassed as amended by conference and its title agreed to.